Hello there, guys. It's That Anxious Gamer. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the 100 greatest games of all time in a definitive tier list, guys. So we're going to be looking at some of the greatest games ever made, and I'm going to be ranking them. So let's not waste any time and get right into the tier list. So we're starting out, guys, with the classic game Bioshock. I remember playing this game back in the day, and the twist, I mean, obviously it's been a long time, but I don't want to give away too many spoilers. But the twist, would you kindly uh, it was still amazing, guys. The gameplay was good. The actual gunplay and actually playing the game was good. It wasn't just a good story game. It's definitely got the Ayn Rand feel going on. If you ever read some of her books, I'm gonna put Bioshock in the amazing tier. I don't think it's in the masterpiece tier because there is some games that I do prefer, and I don't want to be disingenuous. I think that it's one step below masterpiece, and that may shock people, but in my opinion, it's amazing. It's a really, really good game. Let's jump on to Castlevania. I believe this is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I can't see which Castlevania they're specifically referring to. Metroidvanias and those type of games where it's kind of like you're going around, you're opening up new areas have never been my particular cup of tea. I like other platformers like Jack and Dexter a little bit more. However, Castlevania is definitely a fun game. I would put it in the great list. I won't put it in the amazing or masterpiece because, in my opinion, it's just not quite there. But I do like the game and I do think it's very solid. Let's move on to Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is something that a lot of people are going to disagree with me here. This is definitely a hot take. Fallout New Vegas, I'm going to put in the decent tier list. Now, why do I put it in the decent tier list? If it was just about the story and setting, guys, it would be in the masterpiece tier list. The problem about Fallout New Vegas is that you are riddled with bugs, dude. The game is a disaster. Everybody will say in the community, "Oh, you need this mod to fix it. Oh, you need this mod to fix it. You need this patch list to fix it. This bug fix to fix it." Guys, I played New Vegas maybe 5 times. I always am auto saving and basically save scumming every 1 to 2 minutes. It's so problematic, and the bugs are so riddled in this game that honestly, I don't think this is a great game. I think it was half baked when it came out. I do know some of the backstory, and obviously they didn't actually have the time that they needed. Story-wise, masterpiece, but in terms of the actual game, it's just not there, guys, and I'll die on that hill. I just don't think it's that good compared to the other entries in the Fallout series. What do I think about the original Half-Life? The original Half-Life, guys, amazing tier. I mean, obviously this is a little bit before my time. I was very young when this game came out. However, when I played it, the story is good and the FPS segments actually still stand up even to this day. There is now a remake that I know you can get on Steam of it, which is really good. I think it's called Black Mesa, so definitely check that one out. But yeah, Half-Life, very solid. What do I think about the Street Fighter 2 game? Street Fighter 2. We're gonna put Street Fighter 2. I've played this. Guys, there's still some arcades where you can actually play this in America. Street Fighter 2, we're going to put in the amazing tier. I think for fighting games, I think it's probably one of the best ever made. I think Street Fighter 2 is a classic, and it should be up there in the absolutely amazing tier. I'm not putting it in the masterpiece tier because just for me personally, I have a lot of games that I prefer, but I think it's very, very solid, guys. What do I think about this? Looks like Smash Bros. Smash Bros. I'm gonna put in the great tier. I was never as big a fan of Smash Bros. As a lot of other fighting games. I definitely feel Street Fighter is superior to Smash Bros. Oh, people might get angry about me for that, but that's just the truth, guys. I feel Smash Bros. Is worse than Street Fighter in pretty much every way, and I think that most fighting games fans honestly Street Fighter is just a superior series, in my opinion, especially mechanically. Just my take. That's what I think. Team Fortress. What do I think about Team Fortress? Team Fortress is in the great category, guys. I like Team Fortress a lot. I think playing with your friends, I remember back in the day, this is a long time ago, guys. I'm almost 32 now, so Team Fortress is a classic game, and it was a lot of fun. I never felt the gameplay was like, mind blowing or like something that I'd never seen before, but I definitely felt that I always had a good time. And I think Team Fortress is a solid game that is always going to be considered to be very, very good. Let's go to Until Dawn. Now, I will say Until Dawn, this could go in one of two categories: either have not tried or masterpiece. I've watched a full gameplay loop. I've watched several Let's Plays of this game. I have not played this game myself, but seeing how it's more of a narrative adventure, I feel like I can definitely still rate it. I'm going to put it in the amazing tier just because I do like the story. I do think Until Dawn is very, very good. The gameplay, I mean, it's not that type of game, guys. It's almost like a visual novel almost. I would put it in the amazing tier. That's what I'm going to sit it at. But ultimately, an argument could be made that since I haven't played the game myself, it's an asterisk, guys. It also could be in the have not tried the game. Warframe, easy. Have not tried the game. Never played the game. Heard it's good, but just did not appeal to me. So let's move on. Uncharted 4. Guys, this is going to be probably where I have one of the most controversial takes in the series. And remember, I was saying that I love Naughty Dog. I love Jack and Dexter. Guys, Uncharted, I'm going to put in the decent tier at best. It's just not that great, guys. All the Uncharted games, they're like movies. I never felt that engaged in the gameplay. I didn't feel that they were incredible platformers. I hate to say it, but I just didn't feel that engaged. And I'm going to be putting Uncharted 4 in the decent tier list. What do I think about Yakuza? This is specifically, I believe, Yakuza 2. I played all the Yakuza games. Yakuza is really good as a series, and Yakuza 2, I believe this is Yakuza 2. Yes. Yakuza 2, sorry, the thumbnail is a little bit small there, is very good. I hesitate to say it's not like Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 is definitely in the masterpiece tier list. Yakuza 2, very, very solid game. What do I think about Battlefield 1? I remember playing this with my friend Dustin back in the day. Not as long ago as like Battlefield 3 or anything, because Battlefield 1 is actually after Battlefield 3. For those of you that don't know, it's based in World War One. It is really bad, guys. Battlefield 1 is not a great game. It does not deserve to be in this 100 greatest games list. So I'm just scrolling up and down here. This is actually a list created by somebody else, so kudos to them. But yeah, I wouldn't even consider it close to the 100 best games. And yeah, in my opinion, really bad game. Just kind of a cop-out, a sellout. By the time Battlefield 1 came out, the Battlefield series was already going downhill. I remember playing this game, guys. I had a PlayStation 1 when I was a very small kid. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, played a ton of this game. Looking back, I don't know if I can put it in the masterpiece or like amazing game. Let's put it in the great game. I had a lot of fun, but I was also like 6 years old, so who knows how good it really is. But I did have a lot of fun. What do I think about Red Dead Redemption 2? God, guys, this is a tough one because I'm not a huge fan of Rockstar as a studio, but Red Dead, we're putting it in a masterpiece tier list, guys. Red Dead Redemption 2, just story-wise, just the setting, just the open world. Guys, I remember when that game came out and I played it and I was blown away. Now, it was originally on the console, so I actually got a console to play this game on a Black Friday. This is probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. Red Dead Redemption 2 is incredible. And if you play it on PC and you have like all settings maxed, amazing. The only thing I will have to say is I think the online Red Dead Online was a disaster and was definitely not up to par. But in terms of the campaign, the story, Red Dead Redemption 2 nailed it. It hit it out of the park. I definitely think it is a 10 out of 10 game and one of the only games here that I've seen so far that's in the masterpiece tier list. Let's move on to Dota 2. I put a lot of time into Dota 2, maybe like 400 hours or something like that. Let me just say it this way. It's mechanically better than League, but in terms of fun, it isn't as good as League. So let's cover these games together, Dota 2 and League. In my opinion, Dota 2 is a great game. Where did Dota 2 go? Okay, well, it just disappeared. I'm sure. Oh, no. I don't even know where the game. Okay, there it went. It went to really bad. I don't know why I did that. Little glitch, guys. Sorry about that. Well, let's put it in the great game category. Dota 2 mechanically is superior to League. I think there's a lot of things that, honestly, it is better than League. But the problem about Dota 2 is I feel like it's just the learning curve is so insane, dude. You have to have a college degree to actually be able to play the game. In my opinion, that knocks it down under League. What do I think of League of Legends since we are covering, MOBA style games? League of Legends is a broken, flawed masterpiece, guys. I've been playing this game for about 7 to 8 years now. I've played it for so long. I've quit. I've raged. I've cried. I've loved. I've had every emotion in this game. This game will destroy you and rebuild you. You have to have you have to be a counselor to even play this game long term. This game will show you what humanity really is, and I think that's what it puts it in the masterpiece tier. Is that this game isn't a game; it's a exploration into the human psyche. It's a an actual analysis of the human condition. So I'm putting League of Legends in the masterpiece tier. What do I think about Smite? Because this is a also related game. Smite is that was Doom. I want to grab Smite. Smite is in the very good tier list. It's not up there, guys, with Dota 2 or League. Sorry. I played Smite for maybe 100 hours back when it was, not when it was coming out, but like a year after it came out. It's not bad, but it isn't as good as Dota or League, in my opinion. Just saying, that's me. Yeah, so let's move on. Fire Emblem. Now, I'm not sure which Fire Emblem this is. The thumbnail's very small, but I played a lot of the Fire Emblems. If you like Final Fantasy Tactics, you're going to like this game. It's not going to appeal to everybody. It isn't an amazing game, but it is a good game. So I will put it in the good tier list. That's where I'm going to put it. I think it has too many flaws that keep it out of amazing. I don't think it's one of those games that like nails anything, hits it out of the park, but I do think it's solid. Guys, I want to take a moment. Halo Reach is in my top 10 of all time. It is in my top 5 of all time. I get so emotional when I think about this game. This is going to the top of masterpiece tier list. Guys, this game was my life for a while. I would play every hour after college. Halo 3 Reach. Yeah, there's nothing I can say about this game. The MLG scene was amazing. Just the intensity of the game, the emotions you felt in the Halo Reach, the story, which was incredible, and I played so many times, including beating on Legendary. The friends that I made in Halo 3 and Reach, like, still Chi-Town's finest, Calhoun, Dustin. Guys, Halo Reach is an incredible, incredible game, and it deserves to be in the masterpiece tier list. Sonic. I played this game when I was like 6 years old. It was fun. I don't think it stands the test of time. I think it's okay. We're going to put it in the decent tier list. I don't really have much else to say about Sonic. I think like A Hat in Time. I haven't tried this game. I heard it's really, really good. Still wanting to try it. Can't really say anything about A Hat in Time. Batman, Arkham's Asylum. So the thing you got to understand, guys, is I like Batman, but I don't like Batman as much as certain other superhero franchises. I think that this is a solid game. I really do. It's not a masterpiece, guys, like people are saying. I really don't feel that's the case. I think that there's a lot of people that were like really looking for a good Batman game, and so they pushed this a little bit higher than it should be. In my opinion, it's in the very good list. It is definitely a very solid game, but not in the best games of all time, in my opinion, at all. This one, I don't even know. Jungle Party. I'm assuming this is a game that was... I don't even know. I haven't tried it. I'm not going to comment on it. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Guys, by the time Black Ops 2 ended, and Black Ops 2, really Black Ops 1 was one of the best games. Call of Duty 2 was very, very good. I didn't play Call of Duty 3 that much. Call of Duty 4 was very good. Modern Warfare, the original, was very good. Modern Warfare 2 was probably one of the best they ever made. By the time Modern Warfare 3 came around, things were slipping, guys. I'm going to put it in the bad list. Modern Warfare 3 was definitely not one of the best Call of Duty games, and in my opinion, they were already over the hill by Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This is Crash. I think Crash Racing. I've played this, but only like at other people's houses and very temperamentally. It's not that great of a racing game, guys. It's okay. I hate to say it, but I think it's just in the decent list. I don't really have too many strong feelings about it. Let's move on. Mass Effect 2, guys, straight into the masterpiece. Mass Effect 2 is one of the best story-driven games of all time. It's an incredible game. I don't even know what else to say other than Mass Effect 2 is a masterpiece. It is one of the best games of all time. The story, even though Mass Effect 3 will always dampen my love for the series in general, I still think the RPG elements in 1 and the absolutely incredible story and characterization in Mass Effect 2 is out of this world. Like, when Mass Effect 2 came out, I really thought that Mass Effect was the best RPG series of all time. So it's that good. Like, off Mass Effect 1 and 2, the hype for 3 was just unbelievable, and obviously it did not live up to that hype. But still, I will always consider Mass Effect 2 to be an incredible game, and I still go back and play it every couple years. Final Fantasy VII. Now, I think this is the original, not the recreation. Straight up here, masterpiece, guys. Amazing, touching story, amazing gameplay, amazing RPG, amazing world building. If you look into actually how the world of Final Fantasy VII works, it's got very kind of like a Buddhist reincarnation cycle going on. It's just an absolutely fantastic game, and I think it absolutely deserves to be the masterpiece. And guys, when a game is in the masterpiece, I really think it is something that is incredibly, incredibly special. Watchdogs. Horrible, guys. Watchdogs is a horrible game. I've played it. It is just it's trash, guys. Watchdog is one of those games that's put out when a CEO or CFO kind of just decides, okay, well, how can we make money with a franchise? That's all I want to say about it. Watchdogs, I don't think deserves to be on this list at all, and I'm going to be putting it in the worst category because I just think it's not great. Uncharted 3 is definitely better than Uncharted 4, so I'm going to put it in the good category, but everything I've talked about the Uncharted series still applies. It's, in my opinion, not my favorite series. It's a little bit too movie-esque, but the platforming is fun. It does have fun moments. I can't say oh, it's a bad game, because it isn't, but it isn't my favorite game, and I definitely think there's better games on this list, and there's definitely better games made by Naughty Dog. But I will say Uncharted 3 is a very solid entry into the Uncharted series. Metal Gear Rising. Guys, there's some good Metal Gear games and there's some bad Metal Gear games. This is kind of meh. I'm going to put it in the decent list. I played about half of the game and then I got bored. That will tell you what I think about it. It's just not that great. Bloodborne. So Bloodborne is the one game on this list that I want to play so badly, but I refuse to buy. I keep, every year I want to buy a PS5 just to play this game, or a PS4. I cannot believe this game is not on PC. That's, if there's an actual tier list here, it should be why is it not on PC tier list. It's going to definitely be in the masterpiece tier list. I've seen friends play it. I'm a huge FromSoft fan. I'm a huge Dark Souls fan. I'm just going to put it in the have not played right now because, again, of its console exclusivity, which sucks. Please make this for PC. What are you thinking, Sony? What are you thinking, FromSoft? Please put it on PC. Metal Gear Phantom Pain. Phantom Pain is a weird game because it's actually broken into two parts. It's not as good as Metal Gear Solid 3 at all. It's not as good as Metal Gear Solid 4. It is very good. It is fun. The story is engaging. The gameplay, stealth-wise, is actually very solid, but it isn't in that elite tier. So I'm just going to put it in the very good, and we'll move on. Star Wars 2 Lego. Have not played it. Do not know. Shadow of the Colossus. Now, here's a throwback. Shadow of the Colossus is good, guys. Shadow of the Colossus is very good. We're going to put this in the amazing tier list. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I do think, I'm not going to spoil the story because some people still haven't played it. The remaster of Shadow of the Colossus is incredibly good. The original is very good. Basically, guys, what I will say about this game is that the gameplay, the immersion, there's almost no game that's more immersive than this game. The gameplay is fun, although the gameplay I would say is probably its weakest part. I wouldn't say the gameplay is like amazing by modern standards. The story is a minimalistic dream, so it's kind of like art, guys. Do you like minimalism? If you don't, you probably won't like Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus definitely goes by the statement that less is more. That's kind of how it treats everything in the world. It is a crazy good game, guys. I highly recommend you play it. It's one step under masterpiece, and a lot of people are going to consider it in the masterpiece tier list. For me, it's just not in those favorite games. Like if I had to pick, 20 games that I had to bring to a desert island, it wouldn't make the list. But I would say it's incredibly good. XCOM 2, going to be divisive here, guys. It's going to be in the decent list. Now, why do I say that? And I've played this game. I played this game with mods. The issue about XCOM 2 is that it's too gamble, guys. I hate games where random chance plays too big of a part. I understand that's the gameplay mechanic. I understand that's how the game was made. But in my opinion, that just pulls it down. It cannot be in the great or amazing tier list with this much randomness. There was too many times I was extremely frustrated when a key character that I had come to love died or, was down. It was too gamble for me, guys. Right there it goes. This is the Assassin's Creed. I believe this is Assassin's Creed 1. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what thumbnail this is. So let me put this in the good tier list, and I'm going to explain what I think about the Assassin's Creed franchise, since I don't know which thumbnail this is. Assassin's Creed 1, great. 2, very good. 3, medium. Black Flag, I would say it was a definite plus. There was a lot of games. Once Assassin's Creed went too long, guys, things started spiraling downhill really quickly, and some of the games were honestly gutter trash. But the original couple games, like 1 and 2, were very, very solid, and Black Flag was a really incredible, fun game to play. I think I'm just going to be saying this is 1 or 2. I actually don't remember which thumbnail this is. The text is so small. But Assassin's Creed, good game. Definitely exploring the open world. Super, super good. But then Ubisoft got kind of crazy. They just kind of clap these games out every year. Assassin's Creed had a huge, huge drop. Not the best franchise in my opinion, but very solid. This is Grand Theft Auto 4. Grand Theft Auto 4. What do I think about it? Grand Theft Auto 4 is probably one of the most depressing games I've ever played. It's probably one of the most downer games I've ever played, but it's great. Grand Theft Auto 4 definitely deserves to be in the great list. It isn't amazing. It isn't a masterpiece. I definitely think there's other Grand Theft Auto games that I like better. I think 5 was better. I think Vice City was definitely better. However, Grand Theft Auto 4 does tell a very dark story, and I love them exposing, just like George Carlin, that, the American dream is really only there if you're asleep. Grand Theft Auto 4 is really about how fake the American dream is and what lengths you have to do in America and how degraded you have to become to achieve it. So I think Grand Theft Auto 4, just from story-wise, is a very solid game. What is this one? This one is Metal Gear Solid 3. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Masterpiece. We're actually going to be putting this second after Halo Reach. I still remember this game making me cry, guys. I won't lie. Big Boss, you know the scene. I burst into tears. I literally cried my eyes out in this game. That was one of the first games that ever made me so emotional. This game is a masterpiece, guys. It is a masterpiece. There's no other way to say it. It is one of the best games ever created. Metal Gear Solid 3 is Hideo Kojima's masterpiece. It will always be his best game, in my opinion, unless he creates something mind-blowing in his future years. It's really hard to beat it. You can probably hear my voice breaking just thinking about this game. That's how good Metal Gear Solid 3 is. It is one of the best games of all time. Definitely in my top 10. What I was thinking about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. This one I definitely do think is Black Flag. Great. This is one of the best Assassin's Creed, so we're going to just jump it up to the great tier. Like I said, I don't think Assassin's Creed is like the best franchise ever. It's definitely not my favorite franchise, but it's great. What do I think about Doom? This is going to be a controversial opinion, guys. Decent. I love arena shooters. I love the fast-paced shooters. Doom just never clicked with me. It is a good game. There definitely is mechanically, I think it's a very solid game. I should probably put it in the good list, not the decent list, but it just never clicked with me, guys. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm trying to think about why it doesn't click, but I just know it doesn't feel right to me, if that makes sense. It doesn't really engage me. So, it's good. It's not great. That's my opinion, but I do think mechanically it's very solid. Borderlands 2. Did not like the humor, guys. Think it's way overrated. I think the graphics are way overrated. I think the graphics look kind of shitty. It's just not the type of game that I really like. I wish I could say better things about it, but I just don't think it's that great. And, I think it's very overrated. I think everybody keeps pumping it. It's just not that great. I believe this is Final Fantasy 15 next. It's decent. I've played it on the PC. It's not great. I mean, Boy Band Takes an Adventure could be the name of the game. There's a lot of amazing Final Fantasies. There's masterpiece Final Fantasies like 6, like 7. Amazing Final Fantasies like 9. I don't think, honestly, I don't think Final Fantasy 15 gets there. It's just decent. It's not bad. It's just decent. Watchdogs 2. You know where this is going, guys. Right in the dumpster. Hate it. Watchdogs. Please, please don't make another Watchdogs game. Okay, now, guys, we get to Dark Souls. Dark Souls straight up here in the masterpiece game series. I'm a huge fan of the Dark Souls games. Dark Souls 1 is the best Dark Souls game, bar none, other than Elden Ring, which, it depends if you count that as a Dark Souls or not, but it's definitely a Souls-like game. And, yeah, Elden Ring and Dark Souls are the two that really deserve to be in the masterpiece tier list up here, in my opinion. I think Dark Souls is awesome, amazing. The world is amazing. The gameplay is amazing. It was unique at the time. It basically started a whole genre by itself. People can claim, well, what about Demon Souls? I played Demon Souls. Demon Souls was the concept of Dark Souls, but still half-baked in the oven, where, Dark Souls was that, big souffle that was perfectly made. Dark Souls was the game that started the Souls-like game series. Come at me, bro. It's just the truth. It was that good. Dark Souls 2, what do I think about it? A lot of people hate this game. Honestly, this game's amazing. It's right underneath the masterpiece tier list. Since it duplicates the ideas of Dark Souls 1 but doesn't improve on them, I can't put it in the masterpiece tier list. But honestly, guys, it's so fun. It's so good. And honestly, Dark Souls 2 is a incredible game. And I don't understand the hate of it. It is different. They did try some different things. It was directed by a different person. But ultimately, Dark Souls 2 is extremely, extremely good. This one, I don't even know what this is. I think this is Shadow of Mordor. That's what this game is. Shadow of Mordor. Bad, guys. I played Shadow of Mordor. Bad game. Horrible game. Cash cow. It's a cash cow, guys, to extract money out of the desperate Lord of the Rings fans, which I am one. I love Lord of the Rings. I loved reading the books. I love the movies. It is bad. It is like the new Amazon series. It just doesn't live up to the hype. Not good. Need for Speed. I played a bunch of these games back when I was a kid, guys. They've just gone downhill. Need for Speed, I can't put it in the really lowest tiers, but I just don't think, even when I look at it as a racing game, it's an arcadey racing game. I just don't think it's up there, guys. I want to give props to the games that are really, really good. It's just not there. What do I think about Super Mario Odyssey? Right up here in the amazing games list. Almost makes the masterpiece. The only thing that prevents me from putting the masterpiece is Mass Effect 2, I come back to play again. League of Legends, I come back to play again. Dark Souls, I come back to play again. You start to get the picture. All of these, I consistently come back to the game, play it over and over again. Mario Odyssey, me and my wife were addicted for like 3 months. We played this game so much in co-op with, Mario and Cappy, but I don't really go back to the game that often. And I think that probably pulls it under the masterpiece and into the amazing tier list. Devil May Cry 5. There's better Devil May Cry's, guys, like 3 that are in the masterpiece tier list. Devil May Cry 5, great, but not masterpiece. It's basically everything that's good about Devil May Cry, but it's just story-wise, art-wise, setting-wise, it's just not in that absolute top tier. It's not really in the amazing tier either. It's just in the great tier. So hopefully that makes sense. Soul Calibur, I think this is Soul Calibur 6. I don't play Soul Calibur, so I can't really rate it. Assassin's Creed, I think this is Odyssey. I did play Odyssey. Odyssey is in the, like, very good. I do love the world of Odyssey, so there was some things that they really did right. But by this point in the Assassin's Creed franchise, they had kind of started to crap out games. Things felt very samey. The open world, a lot of it, like, there was some things in Odyssey that I loved, like exploring around in the ship and just the setting I absolutely adore. But there's also stuff in Odyssey that I think is kind of not great. And honestly, guys, I think Odyssey is, it's kind of one of those games you get on sale for 10 or 20 bucks, and then you feel like it's good. And there's a lot of filler content, guys. This game is full of filler. So can't put it up there on the highest games of all time. Mortal Kombat, I don't know which one this is. I haven't played it. Have not tried the game tier list. That's all I can say. I haven't played it, so can't really say anything. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm assuming this is the original. I don't know if this is the remaster from this year. Let me just say, like, when I'm rating it, it's going to be on the original. And on the original, it is an amazing game. Not in the masterpiece, but it is amazing. So when I say Modern Warfare, I'm referring to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1 or Call of Duty 4, whatever which one you want to call it. The original Modern Warfare, I think, is amazing. This is, I believe, the original Doom. I have not played it, so we'll put it in the have not tried the game tier list. Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2 is an amazing game, guys. It is an amazing game. I remember playing this game back in the day. It is very inventive. It is basically everything that you want from a FPS single-player experience. I will say for single-player experiences, I tend to like RPGs more, not FPSs. But if you want an FPS that's story-driven, that's a single-player FPS, you don't get much better, guys. Half-Life 2 is incredible. Overwatch, horrible, guys. I bought Overwatch back in the day. I also was there on launch for Overwatch 2. Blizzard, pooped the bed. They pooped, big poop on Overwatch. The game is just, it's a disaster, guys. I don't want to get upset by talking too much about it. Overwatch is a disaster. How Blizzard is handling it is a disaster. It's not that great of an FPS. I'm sorry to say it, but I just can't get into it. I've tried so hard, but I just don't think it's that great of a game, guys. I'm sorry, but it's in the horrible tier list. Crash Bandicoot. I played this game, guys, back in the day, and I played it again like maybe a couple years ago. The amount of collecting you have to do. Crash was never my favorite mascot. He's good. I don't know where to put this game, so I'm going to put it in decent, because I feel conflicted by this game. I feel like it's a game that was originally in the amazing tier list, but it's aged very poorly. So I can't really put it above decent. It's kind of hard for me to kind of put this anywhere, but I think I'm going to put it in decent. God of War. I believe this is God of War 3. I like all the God of War games. I don't love them, but I like them. We're going to put them in very good. It's an action RPG, guys. What more can I say? The story is very good. It's a really good game, guys. It's just not in that absolute top tier list. Dragon Ball Fighter. Dragon Ball's Fighter. I heard this was a really good fighting game. Never tried it out. I love Dragon Ball, but I was kind of out of it by the time that this game came out. And I wanted to buy it, but I didn't feel like it was worth full price, so I never played it. Far Cry 3. Very good game back in the day. Very good. It's... guys, it's debatable about Far Cry, because Far Cry had a lot of things that it did wrong, but it also had a lot of things that it did right. And so I think it kind of deserves to be in that good to very good. I don't know if I want to put it in the good list. I think it's a little bit better than that, but it isn't in the amazing list. It isn't in the greats. Let's just put it in the very good. FIFA. Do not play it. Played soccer as a kid. That's about all I know about soccer, and I never played FIFA, so can't really say. Tetris. I mean, Tetris. I played it. Almost everybody has. I'm not addicted to it. I guess it's decent. For those of you that really like that kind of brain solving puzzle, I'm sure you're going to absolutely adore it. I know there's a competitive scene for it, like in most games. But yeah, I never got into it that much, guys. Fortnite, horrible, guys. I'm gonna just say it. It's the worst battle royale. Shots fired, guys. I've tried to like this game. Me and my buddy Dustin plan to play this game. I've installed it like 20 times. I was like, every time I'm like, well, I must have not seen what somebody else seen. Let's give it another chance. And then I do it, and then I'm still disappointed. I just don't think it's that good compared to like PUBG, compared to Apex. There's so many great battle royales. I just don't think Fortnite is up there. World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, we've got to put in the amazing tier list. There's a lot wrong with the game. The game went too long in the tooth, but it was an amazing game. I cannot. It's one of the most played games of all time for a reason. It sold extremely well. It is fun to play. I played it, and it is fun. It is addictive, guys. You have to be very careful. It's addictive. World of Warcraft is a great game. I'm kind of glad I'm not a huge fan of MOBAs, because if I was, I would probably still be playing and paying for World of Warcraft. Pokemon Emerald. Emerald was a good one, guys. It was in the very good category. There was Pokemon games that were better. I think the originals were much better. Emerald was not when it had really started to gone downhill yet, and I remember playing this on the Game Boy Advance. I had a Game Boy Advance. Yeah, it's good. It's very good. The new God of War, amazing. The new God of War is a very, very, very good game. I'm going to put it in the amazing tier list. I think it's a little bit under Masterpiece, because like I said, once I played it, I didn't feel like, ooh, I really need to go back and play it again. But it's solid. It's very solid. Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be at the top of the amazing tier list. I have gone back and played this again, so there's some justification for it to be in the Masterpiece. It's an incredibly good game. The only thing that prevents me from putting in the amazing tier list is the characters are not my favorite of the Grand Theft Auto games, especially Trevor. I'm not a big fan of Trevor. I'm sure people can understand why. Trevor was definitely divisive. However, Grand Theft Auto, in terms of the gameplay, is incredible, and in terms of single-player experience, is amazing. It's really, really good. Horizon Zero Dawn. I believe this is the original, not the sequel. Horizon Zero Dawn is in the amazing list. It is very, very solid. I love it. It has some flaws, but very few, and it's really, really good. But like I said, not a masterpiece. I don't go back to replay it. However, very, very good. Yakuza 0 in the masterpiece tier list. This is the best Yakuza game, bar none. There's no better Yakuza game. The story is extremely good. The characters are amazing. The setting is amazing. The mini games are amazing. This is the best Yakuza game. If you want to play a Yakuza game, just play Yakuza 0. Honestly, that is the pinnacle of the series. It is the prequel too, so you don't need to know anything getting into it. So I think for all of these reasons, Yakuza 0 is a masterpiece. It is an incredibly fun game that I still go back and replay. I don't know what this game is. I have no idea what this thumbnail is. It doesn't have any text on it. So I haven't played this game. That's all I can say. I believe this is Indiana Jones Lego. I'm not a big Lego fan, guys, although it is kind of cool. I love seeing the big Lego creations. Have not played it. We'll just move on. This is another Lego game from Star Wars. Have not played it. This is the Mario Kart game. Me and my wife still play this all the time. Mario Kart is really good. I played so many of them since when I was a kid. I can't put them in the amazing or masterpiece tier list personally, because I don't feel like for a racing game they're that competitive or they're that fair. But I do think that it is for fun. It is amazing, and so I'm going to put it in the great tier list. I'm going to rate it as great. Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy is one notch under Odyssey. Odyssey is better. So because of that, and I put Odyssey in amazing, we're going to put Super Mario Galaxy in great. Very solid game. Still go back occasionally to play this, have fun, but then kind of forget about it. Minecraft. Guys, Minecraft's a masterpiece. Played this back way back in the day where it doesn't look anything like it does today. Part of me likes the early Minecraft versions, but what's nice is you can go back and you can actually play the older versions, and people do that. Sorry for my voice, guys. I've been recording for a while now. But yeah, doing this list for you guys. Minecraft's amazing. I really think it's a solid game. It's in the masterpiece tier list. People continue to play it like, what is it, 10, 12 years later. I have friends. I knew a guy called Stampy Longnose. And if you look up Stampy Longnose, Stampy Longhead, he's got like millions of subscribers. This is literally on people whole careers and basically become a lifelong passion. Minecraft, I still can go back and get into it and get into a world and make a server. I had a server back in the day. It is a masterpiece. It deserves to be a masterpiece. It's really good. This is Monster Hunter, guys. Not good. I played some of the Monster Hunter games. They never clicked with me. I thought they were kind of boring, a little bit cash cow-y. Did not like the Monster Hunter games. Overcooked 2, have not played it. Counter-Strike 1.6. Very good, guys. Counter-Strike 1.6. It's not my favorite FPS because there's too much hiding around corners. There's too much camping. And that's just kind of how you have to play Counter-Strike. But it is a very tactical game. I do think it's fantastic. It does deserve to be a very good game. Not Tetris. What's this? Pac-Man. Pac-Man. That's what I was going to say. Pac-Man, it hasn't aged well, guys. I'm going to put it in a decent list. You know, this is a game that my father played back when he was a kid. For now, guys, in the modern day, I can't really put Pac-Man into anything better than decent. I don't think many modern gamers are going to be that addicted to Pac-Man. It's okay. Persona 5, we're going to put immediately into the amazing tier list. This is one slot above Masterpiece because for value, guys, this is a masterpiece. But there's a few things that keep it from that upper echelon, guys. And I just feel like after a while, you feel the length of the game. And there are some segments that do grind to a halt. It is a value for money game, especially if you get the Royal Edition. It is so good. I would highly recommend getting the Royal Edition on Steam. If you get it on a sale, this is a 10 out of 10 game. I just don't know if it's in the masterpiece tier list. It's not. I just don't feel like it's quite of that quality, but it's right underneath it. I think the fairest place to put it is right near Grand Theft Auto because I feel like they're both touching masterpiece, but not living inside it. What is this game? This is the new Pokemon game. I have not played it. This is Pong. Guys, nowadays Pong is pretty bad. I mean, it's important for video game history, but I'm rating these as, are they fun to play? You know, would you go back and play them? I just don't think Pong. I mean, it's video game history, guys. That's about all I can say. Portal 2. Portal 2 was very good. I never was as big into Portal 2 as other people were. I don't think it's the be-all, end-all of gaming. However, it is very good, and I think it deserves to be in a very, very solid place. But it's just not, in my opinion, in the amazing or masterpiece tier list. Portal. Right there with Portal 2. You know, Portal 2, I think they're basically interchangeable. Both of these games are really, really good. It's funny how Portal 2 looks like it's jumping through the portal of Portal. Yeah, it's really good. I don't know what this game is. I've never seen this thumbnail. So, Jackbox Party Pack. I played this a couple times. Now I actually remember what this game is. It's okay. It's decent. It's nothing special, guys. It's, you know, any game that basically relies on you making the fun. You know, the game's supposed to make the fun, guys. You know, I mean, if you want to make the fun, we could just have like a word game between friends and we can have a laugh. So I don't think it's that great. Resident Evil 2. Most of the Resident Evil games, guys, are really good. I say Resident Evil 2 is in the great tier list. We have Resident Evil 4. I think Resident Evil 4 is better than great. I think it's in the amazing tier list. Resident Evil games are just quite good. The first couple were. I played Resident Evil 1, 2. I Yeah, I played 3, but not that much. And then I played 4. The 4, you can actually see on my channel, guys, some gameplay of me playing the new remaster of 4. And it is a lot of fun. I loved it. Sekiro. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, no doubt about it. Alphaba. Guys, if you haven't beaten Alphaba, if you haven't actually fought in the Flaming Arena, if you haven't played Sekiro, get this game, get this game, get this game. We're going to put it right underneath Dark Souls, and we're going to actually put Sekiro above Red Dead. Yeah, guys, it's that good. It's actually better than Red Dead Redemption 2. Maybe not as good as Dark Souls or Metal Gear 3 or Halo Reach, but Sekiro is a masterpiece. There's no question about it. It's awesome. I don't know what this game is, so I'm going to put it in the did not play list. Super Mario 2, really good game. I still, on emulators, play this once in a while. It's really good. I probably wasn't the target audience. I was already, this game came out a long time ago, but it's really good. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Galaxy 2 improved on Super Mario Galaxy. It's really, really good. I'm going to put it somewhere in the great category, probably near Castlevania. It doesn't, in my opinion, deserve to be amazing or masterpiece, but it is a great game. Terraria. I don't like Terraria. I've tried it many times. I know this will be, something that people will not agree with. It is not good, guys. I would put it in the bad game list. And I know it's from one developer, and he's a really nice guy, and he continues to support his game. It just doesn't mean the game is fun for me to play. So I'm rating this on, not on the developer. I'm not taking a shot at him. I think he's a great guy. I'm glad he pursues his passion. I'm glad people love it. I just don't like the game. And I don't think it's very close to Minecraft. I know it's not supposed to be. I'm just saying, for me, it wasn't that fun. Skyrim. Guys, Skyrim, a masterpiece. I got this game on launch night at a GameStop when I was in college. I remember it was like 30 degrees out. I literally played it from that night, and I had school. I played it from that night until like 8 a.m. the next morning. I drank like 4 cups of coffee. I was shaking. The intro, I can still hear that Skyrim music just kick in the background of the Dragonborn. And Skyrim, guys, all we hope is that Starfield is, if Starfield is as good of a game as Skyrim, then we are going to be in for a treat. We are going to be in for a masterpiece level experience, because honestly, guys, this game is so good. Still to this day, I know they've remade it 1,000 times. It's definitely getting very long in the tooth. I can't play it again because I played it too many times. I won't go back, Skyrim. I won't buy you, even if you make it as a remaster. Don't do it. Don't even think about it, Bethesda. Don't think about it. No more Skyrim. But, it's like that food that you ate too much as a kid, like mac and cheese, It was incredible, but we ate it to death, and now I'm just sick of it. The Last of Us. So I did get to play The Last of Us on a PlayStation. I love the story of The Last of Us, but I did not like the gameplay. For story, I would put it up in the amazing tier list. For gameplay, I would put it in like the decent tier list. I think I will put it in the very good tier list. It's not that great of a game in my opinion, but it's good. It's very solid. Zelda Breath of the Wild. Amazing, guys. It's not in the masterpiece tier list in my opinion, but it's very, very good. I love Zelda. It's really solid, but I just don't think it's in the masterpiece tier list. So now we go to the Zelda Wind Waker. Wind Waker, I do actually think is a masterpiece. I hope this is the right thumbnail for a Wind Waker. I believe this is. Sorry, guys, the text is very small and my eyes are getting older. Wind Waker is a masterpiece. It's one of the bottom tier masterpieces, but I can't think of anything that is wrong with the game. So I will put it in the masterpiece tier list because I do love Wind Waker. I love the cel-shaded art style. I love traveling around in the oceans. I love the dialogue. I love the combat. I don't love the control scheme, so I guess that's one thing to say about it. Is it in the masterpiece? I think it is. I think it is because speedrunning, it's also incredible for. It's in the masterpiece, guys. I'm hovering between amazing and masterpiece, so I'm gonna put it in the bottom of masterpiece. I think this is one of the original Zelda games. Have not played it. Sure, it's great, but I have not played it. Uncharted 2. The Uncharted games, we've already talked about this, guys. We've already talked about this. Let's just put Uncharted 2 right there with Uncharted 3. Uncharted 2 probably is a little bit better of a game than Uncharted 3. It's debatable because I kind of had the same amount of fun on all the Uncharted games. So it's just not something that I think about that much, but it was okay in the day. This game, I'm not. Oh, The Walking Dead. Walking Dead Telltale series. It took me a minute to figure out what that was. Walking Dead, story wise, it was incredible, guys. I'm gonna put it in the great game series. I just think it is pretty solid. Um, but there are problems, but it's hard for me to talk about it without completely spoiling that game. Um, yeah, I think it's great. I think that's where it deserves to be. Witcher 3, what did I think about it? This is a game that I originally quit about 20 hours in and then came back in and played and finished and really enjoyed later. It takes a while for this game to catch you, but when it catches you, it's strong. It is a amazing game. A lot of people will put it in the masterpiece tier list. Like I said, there's certain things about Witcher 3 that you have to understand, and I think the combat honestly is not as good as other games. I never enjoy the combat to like the highest level because like the dancing away and then striking, it feels airy. It kind of feels a little disconnected. But the story, the quest, some of the quests like the Baron, the Bloody Baron, it's just the quest lines in the game are incredible. In terms of story, it's definitely in the masterpiece, but in terms of gameplay, it's probably in the very good to great. So I'm going to put it in the amazing tier list. Yakuza 4, not one of the better Yakuza games. Decent, but just good is as good as I can give it. I believe this is, I don't know which Yakuza this is, actually. I can't tell from the thumbnail. I think this is Yakuza Kiwami. So we're going to call it Yakuza Kiwami. Oh, where did it go? Okay, well, it disappeared. We'll get back to it. Yakuza Kiwami probably deserves to be in, like, good. I don't think it's amazing, but it's good. Apex. Guys, Apex is an amazing game. Apex Legends is one of those games that I just think it's one of the best Battle Royale games. It's one of the best Battle Royale games. I think its monetization is a little scummy. It's not in the masterpiece tier list, but I always go back and play Apex, and when I play it, I get addicted for like a season. I play a lot of it, and then I kind of burn out. And that's kind of my, my kind of thing with Apex is I play it for a while, then I kind of get burned out and I move on, and then I come back and I get sucked in again. Still trying to get that heirloom after all this time. Apex is a fun game. It's definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth your money. Don't get too crazy. Don't spend a ludicrous amount of money and become a whale. But it is solid, guys. I can't really say much negative about it, and I do think, honestly, it's a good game. Let's go on to Celeste. I played Celeste on the Switch. Guys, I just wasn't that impressed. I'm going to put it in the bad game list. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about my voice, too. We've been recording for almost an hour. Celeste, it's just, it didn't hook me. It didn't hook me. The story didn't hook me. I know that's probably going to, surprise people. It just didn't hook me. It didn't hook me. I don't know what else to say, guys. I just don't think it's as good as people say it is. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is an absolutely classic RPG. I'm going to put it in the very good playlist. The story is amazing. It's not masterpiece, but it's amazing. The issue about Chrono Trigger, though, is the gameplay is really aged, guys. The gameplay is really aged. The graphics is really aged. There are classic games that I enjoy better, like Final Fantasy VI. I just don't think Chrono Trigger is as good as those games. However, because of the Dragon Ball art style, I'm going to put it in the great list because I do think just because of the art, it's great. But it's not my favorite game. So now we're going to go on to Dishonored. I'm going to tackle these two together. Thank goodness they're actually right next to each other. Dishonored 1 was in the very good list. Where did it go? Okay, Dishonored, not in really bad. Don't go there. In the very good. Dishonored is a good game. It's a very, very good game. I got this on launch day. I played it. I had a great time. Dishonored 2 is probably not as good, guys. I'm sorry to say it. I know people that may ruffle feathers. It's probably in the good category. Neither of these games, once I beat them, I never felt a desire to go back and play them again, realistically. So they're not that great. They're not up there. But yeah. Firewatch. Have not played it. I'm going to put it in the have not tried the game list. For Honor, money-making scheme, horrible, guys. This is kind of what I'm talking about, Watchdog. I think For Honor is kind of like a way to monetize a game that isn't that good of a game, if that makes sense. I don't think this is super good. Inside, I have not played it. I don't know what Inside is. So sorry guys, have not tried that. Binding of Isaac, could never get into this game. I'm gonna put it right here with the Celeste. You know, this game is one of those ones that everybody talks about and like, oh, you just got to get into it and it's super good. Guys, it didn't hook me. It didn't hook me. That's all I can say. Jedi, I don't know if this is Jedi Knight or the new Jedi game. Have not played it, so we'll just put it there. Journey. Guys, this one I'm really contentious about because here's the problem. I do think Journey is a really good game, and the journey that you go through is interesting, and the way they do co-op is very interesting. So what is bad about this game? Value for money, guys. This game was incredibly overpriced. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks, and you got 2 hours of gameplay. That's realistically what you got. I feel like once you played it once, you already know the end. So this is very like Snake eats its own tail. I don't want to give away too much about the plot, but the end is kind of the beginning kind of situation. It's a journey, but like journey in, what is it called? Like, in quotes. Journey is decent. It's not that great of a game. It's not what people are saying that like, oh, it's a masterpiece. It's so good, guys. You got to play Journey. No, guys. Journey isn't that good. Let's move on. Left 4 Dead 2. This is an incredibly fun game. Still can play this to this day. I'm starting to burn out on Left 4 Dead now. I think we all are. We've played too much, but it's super solid, guys. Limbo. Did not play it, so unfortunately it has to go into have not tried the game list. Moorhall. I did play this game. I refunded this game. That tells you what I think about it. It is horrible in my opinion. It's janky. It's kind of a mess. It just feels like you're a spaghetti man, waving your spaghetti arm kind of at another person. It's just Moorhall. Don't buy it, guys. Don't buy it. There's so many games that are great out there. You don't want to spend your life wasting money on terrible games, and Moorhall is not that good. Sorry, Moorhall. I don't really like you. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Outlast. What do I think about Outlast? So Outlast. I'm going to put Outlast in the good game category. I do think the premise is really good. I think the feel is really good. But then again, I don't really... There's games that are scarier, like Alien Isolation, and there's games that I want to play more, like Resident Evil 4. So because of that, I don't think Outlast I would put in like the masterpiece amazing, but it's a good game. It's solid. I mean, it's a horror game. It's solid. What is this? Getting Over It. I have not played it, heard a lot about it. Not my type of game, guys. Yeah. Papers, Please. I did play this game. This is very good. Papers, Please. Simple game. Don't want to spoil the story, but Papers, Please is a game that if you see on sale, you should definitely play. You should try to play blind because the less you know, the better off you are and the more enjoyment you're going to get. Papers, Please is good. Resident Evil. I think this is one of the later ones, like 6 or 7. I have not played that one, so I'm going to just put it in haven't played. Roblox doesn't appeal to me. Have not played it. I know a lot of people love it. I'm sure it's a great game. Just haven't played it personally. Rocket League. I played this game. I bought this game. It isn't good. I know a lot of people are going to say this is going to be a really hot take about Rocket League. Just don't like it, guys. I just don't like Rocket League. I think Rocket League is honestly way, way, way overrated. It's just kind of boring, guys. It's really meh. I don't know why so many people like it. Boy, guys, this tier list is insane. Okay, Beat Saber. I don't have VR, so I can't play it. Silent Hill 2, immediately in the masterpiece tier list. Silent Hill 2, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays. I've played the game. Horror, atmosphere. I mean, this is like the Shining of video games. You know what I mean? Where it's a horror game. It's just like Shining as a horror, movie that is a masterpiece that has very, very, very few flaws, almost no flaws. The story is incredible. You're deeply moved and motivated by the protagonist. You want to know what's going on. The ending actually kind of ties everything up, but it also gives some ambiguity. You can kind of choose your own ending. It's really good. Silent Hill 2 deserves to be in the masterpiece list. Sims 4. Not a big fan of Sims, guys. I played this. It's not like I haven't played it, but it just couldn't catch me. I'm going to put it, I guess, in the decent game list. I also think monetization is really bad in this game, so I don't know if I want to put it in decent or bad. I actually was going to record some gameplay for this, and then I just never could stick with it long enough. So yeah, it's not that great. Second Son. That's infamous Second Son, I believe. I don't remember. I know I played this game. I don't remember much about it. That probably says what I think about it. Not that great. Civ. I don't know what this is. Civ. I think this is Civ 6. I don't know. I don't know which of the Civs it is. I play Civ back and forth. I put it in the decent list. I'm not going to put it in anything like incredible, but Civilization is a good game. I just don't know which of the Civs this is. I think Civ 4 is probably the best Civ. And now the game series is kind of, going downhill a little bit. But yeah, Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man. Now, I actually played this on PC, not the PS4 version. However, this is I think this is the one that's on PC. I want to make sure. I think so. Anyway, Spider-Man, what do I think about it? Very good. Spider-Man's never been my favorite franchise. However, I like almost all the Spider-Man games they're making, and I think they're doing a good job. And I think Sony has done a very, very good job handling the IP and kind of keeping the IP relevant. I also think the Spider-Man movies are really good, except for the animated ones. But the actual mainline, like Marvel crossover Spider-Man movies, are quite good. Spider-Man game, very solid, but not masterpiece. This game, I don't know what this game is. I don't know what this thumbnail is. Hard to say. Wii Sports, I played this with my cousin way back in the day. I just don't think the Wii was very good, guys. That's something to say. Wii Sports, I don't even know what to think about this game. Probably in the decent list. I know some people get addicted to speedruns of this game. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Wii Sports. Bully. Bully, guys. It's good. I played it back in the day. I don't think I finished it. It kind of dropped off by the end. It's not a bad game, but it's just not in that top tier. Deus Ex. Classic, guys. I remember playing this on PC like right after the year 2000, I want to say. Like this might have been like 2002 or something like that. It's a masterpiece, guys. It was a really well-made game. It's in the bottom of masterpiece because there is a lot of flaws, but it was so good at that time, and I do think it is still extremely solid. Let's do the new Deus Ex games. What do I think about them? I played them. I played both of the like remakes that came out way later. I think this is like 2016, 2018 or something. I think this is Human Revolution, which was a great game. I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it, but I just never went back to it. So, I would put it in that kind of mid-tier of amazingly good, fun gameplay, good story, but you're not in the masterpiece or amazing game list because these are games that I remember and I kind of like have very fond memory. The new Human Revolution, it's not like Deus Ex where I remember a lot about the game. It just kind of fades away after some time. Factorio, what do I think about it? Interesting game. My friend Nick is really addicted to this game. I really love it. I play it on and off. It's in a great game category. I just don't think it's amazing or masterpiece, even though it has a lot of greatness in it. It just doesn't hook me personally. It's not the masterpiece game for me, I guess is the way to say it. Fallout 4. Let's hope Starfield is not like Fallout 4. It was disappointing, guys, after how good Fallout 3 was. Fallout 4 is worse than New Vegas, worse than 3, worse than 1, worse than 2, in my opinion. It's not as bad as 76, but that's not saying much. Fallout 4 is kind of in the bad category. Sorry to say it, but it just didn't hook me at all. Fallout 3, on the other hand, is amazing. I'm going to put it right below the masterpiece tier list, but I could see some people saying it deserves that. It's really, really, really good. Fallout 76, guys. Let's just put it in horrible and move on. Because the more I think about this game, the more upset I get. Far Cry 5, did not play it. Far Far Cry, I think this is like the Blood Dragon. This is the one I think you got from like getting an AMD card back in the day or something. I did play it. I don't remember almost anything about this game, dude. Like, it's just like my memory is like completely gone for this game. Because of that, I can only put it in the decent. I'm not sure it was very good, to be honest, because I know I played it, but I don't have any memories of it. So that can tell you something. Warcraft 3, guys. Warcraft 3 has got to be in the amazing tier list. I think that it's underneath StarCraft 2. I think it's not quite in the masterpiece, but it's in the amazingly good, like, touching masterpiece category. Counter-Strike. I don't know if the original one was 1.6 or this is 1.6. I think this is Counter-Strike Go. Like I said, guys, I'm not a big fan of Counter-Strike, but I do admit that it is a very good, well-made game. We're going to put it in the great game category and move on just because I think it's just not for me. I don't like camping on corners particularly. Gary's Mod. Horrible. I played this back in the day. I think this is such a troll game. This game kind of makes me angry to think about. Let's move on. Guitar Hero. Really good. Me and my wife played this. Actually, one of our work assignments, somebody had it like an old Xbox and Guitar Hero and all the guitars. When you're playing this with other people, this is so good. Wait a second. How did Limbo get up here? Wait a second. That's not what I wanted to do. Where's Guitar Hero? Anyway, I wanted to put Guitar Hero in the very good category. I'm not sure where it went now. There's so many items. Heyday. Have not played it. Hitman Blood Money. Really good classic game. Hitman Blood Money we're going to put in the great game category. I think Hitman Blood Money is super good. Hotline Miami, have not tried it. Sorry to say it. I know people say it's incredible. I just haven't tried it. I think this is one of the lore. Is this? No, this is Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2, I played it and I forgot all about it. That probably tells you what I think about it. It's kind of in the bad game category, guys. It's just not that good. The original Kingdom Hearts game, this is definitely Kingdom Hearts 1, I believe. I believe it's Kingdom Hearts 1. Just say, guys, because sometimes the thumbnails are very small. Let's call this Kingdom Hearts 1. We're going to put Kingdom Hearts 1 in the masterpiece game category, and I'm going to tell you what I think about the Kingdom Hearts franchise because it deserves it. Kingdom Hearts 1 was one of the best games of all time. It was right up there with Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 6. It was so good. Kingdom Hearts 2 was easier. Too easy, in my opinion, but the story was still good, and the beginning, in my opinion, was too slow-paced. So I think Kingdom Hearts 1 is a lot better than 2. 3 is divisive. I kind of have mixed thoughts on 3, but Kingdom Hearts 1 will always live in my heart. I think the story is incredibly emotional, one of the only other games that I ever cried on. Kingdom Hearts 1, incredible game. You should absolutely play this. What do we have here? I don't... Oh, Life is Strange. I played this game and I couldn't get through like 4 hours of it. I kind of got bored. So I'm going to put it in the bad games category. This is another Life is Strange. It's going to go in the bad games category. Sorry, guys. I wasn't that pulled in. Metro 2033. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that I think Metro Exodus is in the amazing game category right underneath Masterpiece. 2033 is not as good as Exodus, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I've played both of them. 2033, just because how it's more linear, it's more kind of inside instead of outside, in the underground. It is immersive. It is a very good game. I'm going to put it in the great game category, but not amazing. So hopefully that makes sense. Mountain Blade Warband. I bought this game. I tried it for like 20 hours. I could never get into it. I don't know why people say this is one of the best games of all time. In my opinion, it's really bad and not worth the money. I would not suggest paying for Mountain Blade. I guess it's just not for me. I just don't think it's that good, guys. I really am confused why people think it's an amazing game. What is this? This is... God, I forget what this game is called. I haven't played this game. Neo Automatron. I know people say this is an amazing game. I just haven't personally bought it, so I have to play it someday. Pathologic 2, did not play it. Doesn't look like my type of game. Path of Exile. Okay, so we're getting into the kind of the Diablo thing here. Path of Exile is a really good game. Path of Exile is a really good game. We're going to put it in the great game, but at the bottom. It's probably the best kind of like loot, like dungeon looter type game that you can get, and it has the most customization. Some people are gonna say it's a spreadsheet simulator, but honestly, if you're into this type of game and you're all about the loot and optimizing builds, then this is probably something that's gonna be right up your alley. So honestly, I can't really dock it for that because that's just depth, and it's better than Diablo 4, guys. If you're playing Diablo 4, just switch to Path of Exile, guys. I think Path of Exile 2 is going to be coming out. There's no reason to really play Diablo 4, to be honest. Let's go on. Postal, I did not play it. I think this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I played way back in the day. It was like decent. I haven't even remembered much about it. Prototype. Now, there's a game I haven't heard for a while. Prototype was fun. Prototype was very fun. I can't put it in the great category. I think we'll put Prototype in the very good category because, like, I have some good memories, but nothing that's, like, super mind-blowing. Rainbow Six Siege. I don't like Rainbow Six Siege, guys. I try to get into it. I just think it's too slow, guys. I think the monetization is bad with how they do seasons. Rainbow Six Siege is not what I would consider it to be that great. Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 was a very, very good game. It wasn't the best game I've ever played, but I love the early Saints Row because I love the humor. It's solid. It's really, really solid. So we're going to put it in very good. Sniper Elite, have not played it. I wanted to always try this game, but I just never got around to it, never bought it. Stalker, I believe this is Call of Pripyat. I want to say this is Stalker Call of Pripyat. We're going to rate it as if it was Stalker Call of Pripyat, which is a great game. Very immersive, guys. Buggy. Yeah, I can't put it in amazing or masterpiece because it's too buggy. But not as buggy as Fallout New Vegas. So that's a point in its favor. But just in terms of, I'm definitely going to be getting the next Stalker. I think it's coming out, I don't know, in another year or two. I know that it was being produced I think it was in Ukraine, I want to say, so maybe that was the whole situation why it got delayed. I heard it got delayed, but I don't know much about it. So, I don't really have the details on that. But Stalker is a great game, and I'm looking forward to more. Star Wars Battlefront. Now, these are the original Star Wars Battlefront. I did play these back in the day. They were really fun. They were never, in my opinion, like the best games ever made, but they're in the good category. I don't know what this game is. What is this? Some sort of Star Wars game that I haven't played. We're gonna just put it in I have not tried. Super Hot, I have not tried. Well, I just got to play the remaster of this, System Shock. System Shock is a game, guys. If you haven't seen, I actually have the first part up on my channel. It's a game that aged very poorly. I got bored pretty quickly, I won't lie. It's kind of bad, guys. I'm even going to put in the really bad because I don't think it holds up. I just don't. I think in 2023, you see how far these type of games have come, and System Shock it's kind of bad, guys. Undertale. What do I think about Undertale? Undertale is an amazing gaming experience that you want to know as little about before you get into it. I don't think it's in the masterpiece, and I know people are going to hate me for that, but it's an amazing. We'll put it one under masterpiece. The reason that I don't think it's in the masterpiece series is that all of these games I would go back and play again and again and again. Undertale is a one and done type of game, and I think there's kind of like story and lore reasons why it's a one and done, but I'm just going to say that and leave it there. This is the original Pokemon game, so this would be yellow, blue, and red. I had both yellow and blue. I did not have red. It's in the Masterpiece game series. I cannot tell you how many times that I beat this game. I cannot tell you how much I had to do to get Mewtwo and just going all around the game world. I probably spent like 1,000 hours of my life in this game. This is one of my fondest childhood memories. We're even going to put this like way up here, guys. Like right underneath Sekiro. Actually, better than Red Dead. There you go. Right, better than Red Dead, better than League. Right under Sekiro, right under Dark Souls, right under Metal Gear, and under Halo Reach. Animal Crossing. Very solid game. I'm not sure which Animal Crossing there is. I'm just going to put Animal Crossing in good. Because it's good. It's not my favorite game of all time. I believe this is like Pokemon Crystal something. This is when Pokemon had already started to gone downhill. They had made a little bit too many of them. Almost all of the Pokemon games are good to very good. I'm going to put this one in the good list, but it was way past the peak, if that makes sense. Cuphead, have not played it, want to play it, heard it's extremely good. Death Stranding, what do I think about Death Stranding? Hideo Kojima knows how to make games. Death Stranding is in the great category. I would even say almost amazing. Almost amazing. A little bit under. It's not Undertale, it's not Persona 5. So I think great is where it deserves to be. I really do. Diablo, I believe this is Diablo 2. I didn't play it that much. I did play it some. I'm going to put it in the very good category. The older Diablo games were much better than the current ones. That's what I'm going to say and basically stick with there. I don't even know what this game is. Played 2? I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of co-op game. Never played it. Grounded. Never played it. Dance Party. I played this with my wife a lot. We had a great time. Very good. It's a niche game, guys. You have fun with it. You dance. You have a great time. And then you kind of get bored. You don't stick with it. But for the time you have, for the fun you're going to have, it's good. It's just one of those games that you kind of burn out. And then you're like, oh, okay. Well, we played this for 2 weeks. Let's take a couple year break from this. NBA 2K. I don't really play many of the NBA games. I think this is Persona 5 again. I'm not sure if this is Royal. Yeah, I don't know. This is another Persona 5 game. So I don't know which one's Royal. I'm going to put this in Amazing. I think Royal. I think this is actually Royal and this is the original. So I'm going to put both of these games together. All I want to say here is if you can play Royal, then play Royal. There's no reason to play the base game. Royal is better. That's simple. In my opinion, always pick Royal. So I believe this is Royal. This is the base. Definitely pick Royal. I don't think this should have been twice in the list though, because there's not enough differences. Sly Free, very fun game from back in the day. I'm going to put it in the good category. I don't go back and replay this, but I still have fond memories of it. Dead Ops, The Line. This was a game that had a great story, but the problem is the gameplay wasn't that good. So because of that, I'm going to put it in the good category. Definitely worth playing once for the story, but I would just put it on, honestly, like the easiest mode because I don't think the gameplay has that much to offer. You could also just watch a Let's Play and get most of the value out of this, to be honest. Valorant. Do not like Valorant, guys. I tried it multiple times. Just not my type of game. It's a knockoff, guys. If you took Overwatch and you took CSGO and they had a baby, you get Valorant. I love Riot, but just Valorant isn't my cup of tea. Crusader Kings. I played Crusader Kings 2. I played Crusader Kings 3. It's a solid game. I don't like the monetization practices. I think Crusader... Wait a second. Crusader Kings 3? Maybe. I don't know. Crusader Kings 2, I know I played. But I know the DLC is really expensive. I'm going to put it like in the decent category, I guess. I just don't know where I'm going to put this. It ain't that good, guys. It's fun, but, kind of play it if you get bored. There's so many great games here, guys. You don't need to be playing it. Oh, here's Crusader Kings 3. Okay, so yes, Crusader Kings 3 is right here. Crusader Kings 3 is better than Crusader Kings 2, guys. It's that simple. We'll put it in the very good. The issue with Crusader Kings 3, guys, is the DLC practices are really scummy. They're really bad. So it's really hard for me to put it that high up, but there is some really amazing stories that you can make, and you can have a lot of fun. Divinity Original Sin. Now, this is crazy because I love Baldur's Gate. Divinity 2 is definitely not as good as Baldur's Gate. I'm going to put it in the great category. It's fun to play. It's good, but just the way that the game plays out and the story... The gameplay is not as fun as Baldur's Gate 3, and the story is not as good as Baldur's Gate 3. That's my opinion. I know that people may not agree with me, but that's why you're listening to this tier list. Ultimately, you would probably have your own tier list. The truth is, I just don't think it's as good in either gameplay or story. Let's Dead or Alive. Guys, I mean, are you a teenage boy? If so, you're probably playing this Dead or Alive. If you're not, you're probably not playing Dead or Alive. I don't even know where to put this. I'm going to put this in decent, but guys, honestly, Dead or Alive is kind of one of those series that I think most people only play for a couple of reasons, and I think you know what those reasons are. It's not that great, guys. It's okay. It's a fighting game. It's fun. I enjoyed playing it back in the day, but I have no desire to go back. I think this is Dragon Quest, guys. Dragon Quest, the humor never got to me, guys. That kind of like off-putty, campy humor. it just didn't sit well with me, guys. I'm gonna put it in the bad category. I know that might be contentious. Dying Light, a lot of times you can actually get this game for free nowadays. Like they'll give you free downloads of this game and stuff. It's decent, but again, it did not catch me. I'm gonna put it in the decent category. Fall Guys, have not played it. Half-Life Alex, this is a VR only game, so I did not play it because I don't have a VR headset. Last of Us Part 2, I watched a full Let's Play on this. I didn't play it, but I think I can basically speak for this game to some extent. The Part 2 storyline, guys, gets very 2023. I'll say it that way. It gets very, I don't know. I don't like it. That's the way I want to say it. I do not like it. It's very, I've been out to Seattle. It's very Seattle, if that makes sense. And it's I don't know. It didn't strike personally with me as a person. I didn't agree with the story. I didn't think the decisions. I didn't agree what happened with Joel. There's a lot of reasons I don't like this game. I'm gonna put it in the really bad game category. Really bad. Metal Gear, I think this is the original Metal Gear. This is aged really badly, guys. It was a great game back in the day. It's in the good category. That's the best I can do for it now because it's aged really, really bad. Oblivion. Oh, Oblivion's going to be in the amazing category. Where did it go? Oh, it just disappeared. Okay, now I have so many games on here. Anyway, guys, just put Oblivion in the great category. It's right. Now put Oblivion in the amazing game category, guys. What are we talking about? It's Oblivion. I don't even. Oh, there it went. It went to bad, which it definitely does not deserve. It's in the amazing category. I think Oblivion is like somewhere here with the Personas. It's really, really, really good. It's like right up there. Skyrim, Oblivion. It's debatable which one's the better game. I think Skyrim is the better game, to be honest. But Oblivion, if you like medieval fantasy settings, it's incredibly good. Payday 2, bad, guys. Horrible. I played this game. I do not like it. I don't understand why anybody likes this game. It's kind of stupid. Persona 3. Really good game, guys. Very good. It's harder to play than the modern entries. They definitely made the modern entries more accessible. So I can't put it up there with the best games, but it's really good. And the story and the characters are very good. What do I think about Persona 4 Golden? Persona 4 Golden is amazing. It's probably better than Persona 5, to be honest. And right underneath a masterpiece. It's really solid. I go back and play this game. I like it a lot. Rust, I do not like this game. Horrible. I just think it's kind of stupid. I don't like it. Saints Row the 4th. This was when the series was already tilting downhill pretty hard. I don't think it was that good. Titanfall 2, very fun game. Very, very fun game. Probably in the good tier list. I don't really like, I'm not one of these people that like Titanfall 2, the best game of all time. But it's really good. Dawn of War, the original. I didn't get to play this, but I heard that it's incredible RTS. I played some of the other ones. I believe I played Dawn of War 2 and 3. I know that this game is quite good. I've seen gameplay footage of it, but I haven't played it, so I just don't want to say things that I haven't played. Warzone. Let's put it in the bad. I'm not going to put it in the really bad, but Call of Duty, guys, they're at the bottom of the barrel, guys. It's not good now. I don't know what this is. Neptuia. I don't know what this game is. Never played it. What is this? Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, I did play. It is a very good game. It's not amazing, but it's very good. Just not my type of game, honestly. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Haven't played it. Heard it's good, but kind of on the same thing. I feel like they're trying to monetize the franchise pretty hard at this point. What is this? I don't even know what this game is. I can't understand it, so we're going to put it in have not tried. This is... I know what this game is. I played it on Steam. I think it's like Dead Awake or something like this. It's like a horror game. You creep around. You try to kill people, and then the survivors. I played this game. It's decent. It's not great. I think I have it in my Steam library, but I haven't played it for like 2 years. I even forget what the game is named, but I know just from the little icon, I know what the game is, and I know the gameplay, and it's just okay, guys. This, I don't know if this is supposed to be Street Fighter. I can't actually even tell what this thumbnail is. We're going to put in the did not play. This is another did not play. There's a lot of these at the bottom that are... Okay, now we're going to Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is a really good game. It's a depressing aesthetic, guys. It's a little bit sad. The gameplay is fantastic. The Metrovania style game is really, really good. However, I don't like the story. I'm not a big fan of the art. That's just personal preference, guys. It is a good game. It is probably even a great game, but I'm just not the biggest fan of it because of those reasons of the actual art style and story. Batman, another of the Batman games. All of these Batman games were in the kind of like very good category, but they never really struck me as like anything amazing, I guess is the way to say it. I don't know what this game is. This doesn't even make sense as a thumbnail. This one, something Shining Force 2, I didn't play it. Shogun 2, I definitely played that game. Shogun 2 was very good. Shogun 2, Total War probably peaked around Shogun. I think Rome was really, really amazing. I think some of the Shogun games were really good. I played now Warhammer. I think it's going downhill, guys. I just think they're starting to monetize it too much. The gameplay loop hasn't changed as much. The actual like RTS battles don't feel as amazing as they did back in the day because they really kind of copy pasta a lot of stuff. It just doesn't feel like things have changed that much. And when you zoom down to the like little level of people fighting, it just looks really unrealistic in 2023. I wish I could be more positive, but I'm just not. I'm sorry. It's Shogun 2 though was probably near the peak of the franchise, in my opinion. Subnautica. This is a very good game. Cool story, cool gameplay, cool concept. Nothing screams amazing to me, and I don't even know if it's in the great category list, but I had a lot of fun, and it's worth the price. It's good. It's very good. Super Seducer. Never played it, never heard of it. Don't know what this game is. Then we have Yakuza 5. Yakuza 5, probably one of the most divisive in the franchise. As you can see, there's like 25 different main characters. It's good. I don't know if I would put it in the very good. It's definitely one of the weaker Yakuza games, in my opinion. And it's also very divisive in the Yakuza fan community. Yakuza 5 is good, but it's just not up there with the best games of all time. This game, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what this game is, so I'm going to put it in have not tried. Ghost of Tsushima. I've got to play this at a buddy's house. I don't own a PS5, so I've never like owned it. So I've only played it, let's say 20 hours or so. What I've seen of it is that it is a great game. That's all I can say. I would love to have a PS5 just to play this game. I think this game, everything of what I played has made me think that this could be amazing or masterpiece. Ghost of Tsushima is definitely very, even from the limited playtime I had, is very, very much in the great category. It reminds me a lot of Sekiro. There's actually a lot of feelings of Sekiro in that game. Oi, Willow of the Wisp. This is a really good game. I played this game. It didn't resonate with me, but I'm going to put it in the good game category because I do think it deserves it. This is Bayonetta. Bayonetta is a lot of fun, guys. Bayonetta is a lot of fun. It's going to be divisive. It's kind of weird because they put this on the Switch and stuff, but it kind of feels like a very adult themed type game to me. Bayonetta is a lot of fun. I won't go to put it in the good category. I don't think it deserves like great, but it's good to very good. Black Ops. This is Call of Duty Cold War. Already where the game series had gone downhill. Bad, guys. Just Cold War was already past the peak and it was going downhill. Cyberpunk. What do I think about Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk is in the great, but not the amazing and masterpiece. It had all the potentials to be amazing or masterpiece. They're still working on this game. Maybe the expansion, which I do intend to check out, will change it. But honestly, guys, I just don't think that Cyberpunk is there. I don't think it's there. I think it's close, but it's just not there. And there was a lot of bugs on launch. I literally got this launch day, launch hour, launch minute. And, it's debatable. It's continuing to improve, though, so I think it deserves great. Doom. What do I think about Doom? I've probably already talked about it. I don't really like most of the Doom games. We're going to put it in the bad category. I think I did actually play this. I think this is Doom Eternal, which we'll put in decent because I did play Doom Eternal. And again, just didn't pull me in. I probably played like 5 hours. Never played it again. Hades. What do I think about Hades? This is going to be definitely the hottest take in the series. Guys, Hades is bad. Real bad. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. I think the game is bad. It's top down. I don't like the art that much. I don't like the story that much. I don't like the gameplay that much. I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but in my opinion, Hades is just not that great. And I think there's a lot of games that honestly are worth your time way more than Hades. I know that this is an incredibly hot and controversial take, but just my opinion, Hades not that good. This game, I don't know if this is supposed to be Final Fantasy VIII. I don't actually know what this game is supposed to be, so I'm gonna put in I have not tried. Hearthstone. What do I think about Hearthstone? I like it. Hearthstone's fun, dude. I mean, no, not Terraria. Not Terraria. Where did Hearthstone go? There it went. Hearthstone is going into the good category, and Terraria is going back to the really bad category. Yeah, Hearthstone, if you like card-based games, you're going to like this game. I can't really say much about it. Maybe monetization not the best, but overall, fantastic. I believe this is Hitman Blood Money. I don't know which Hitman game this is. I'm going to just assume it's Hitman Blood Money. Most of the Hitman games are really good, in my opinion. I really enjoy the Hitman games. I think the storyline, I think the kind of the immersion is really, really good. Hitman, great game. Superliminal. I have not played it. Avengers. Why did I get this game? Why did I play this game? I like the Avengers, guys. I like Marvel. This is a bad game. Bad, real bad. It's not good, guys. It's just not good. Don't buy this game. Don't buy it on sale. Don't buy this game. Bad game. Bad game. Bad game. Don't buy it. Wasteland 3, I believe this is. I want to say it's Wasteland 3. I want to say I played this at a buddy's house for a while, but I don't have many memories. Decent? I don't know. Okay, we're getting to the end, guys. The last game, Yakuza, Like a Dragon. A very good game. Very, very solid game. The only reason I'm going to prevent it from going amazing or masterpiece, I think it deserves amazing, to be completely honest with you. Devuno. I do not like Devuno. I hate Devuno. I think Devuno is absolute trash. And Like a Dragon had Devuno for a very long time. It is one of the few games that I did buy with Devuno, and it is an incredibly good game. Really like this game. Hope you guys like this tier list. This was an insane tier list for me to make, guys. I hope I deserve a like, and if you could subscribe, that would mean a huge amount to me as a small content creator. It really makes a difference. I hope that you guys like this tier list. This was incredibly exhausting. I've been recording for over an hour and a half. So, yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Crush that like button. Hit the subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.